And suddenly your name returns like quiet rain. The world is still, and in that fragile silver light, I feel the thought of you come drifting through the night. I wonder where you walk beneath the frozen sky, if you still hum the little songs we used to try. It is in longing that I feel just something soft, a gentle wish that rises when the cold winds call. The past is warm though far away, yet some things linger in the gray. And in those moments now and then, I wish our paths would cross again. Wish I could see you again, even just a moment held inside the winter wind. Not to change the life we chose, but to say the words I never let you know. A simple smile, a quiet hi, would calm the questions tucked behind my sigh. Wish I could see you once again, some timeless winter wind. There's a street where memories gather in the snow, our younger footsteps buried somewhere down below. I walk it sometimes hoping fate might lead me near, a trace of you, a chance to see you reappear. Maybe you'd stop and recognize my quiet face, or maybe time has carried us to different space. Still every now and then beneath the pale moonlight, I feel the thought of you return without a fight. I don't expect the past to stay, but certain hopes don't fade away. And in the hush of winter's glow, my heart recalls the you I know. Wish I could see you again, even just a moment held inside the winter wind. Not to change the life we chose, but to say the words I never let you know. A simple smile, a quiet hi, would calm the questions tucked behind my sigh. Wish I could see you once again, some timeless winter wind. Maybe someday the world will turn just right, and you'll appear like something gentle in the night. Not as a love I lost or tried to mend, just someone warm I'd like to meet again. Wish I could see you again, where winter folds a past and present deep within. And if that day should come to be, I hope you'd recognize the quiet part of me. Till then I keep you in the snow. I wish the winter winds still softly know. shadows settle softly on the narrow streets, and suddenly your name returns in quiet beats. I thought that time would slowly carry you away, but here you are inside the thoughts I feel today. You linger in the corners where my heart still hides, a tender shadow walking slowly at my side. Yet when I look around at the life I've come to know, you feel so distant, like a place I cannot go. It's strange how close you feel at night, when memories glow in fading light. But when the morning breaks the spell, reality reminds me well. You're close in my heart, but far in the real world. Quiet through the winter winds have softly unfurled. I reach for what I know I shouldn't hold, a warmth that stayed while everything else grew cold. We're miles apart, though I still care. I love the lips where you're not there. Sometimes I see a face that looks a bit like yours, and for a breath I feel the past return once more. But then the crowd moves on, and so does everything, except the echo of the gentle hope you bring. I keep the little memories tucked inside my hands, like folded letters shaped by things I understand. We had our time, our winter carved in silver lines, but now you walk a world that's far beyond mine. And though I know we said goodbye, some feelings never learn to die. They rise like snow the night renews, soft reminders shaped like you. You're close in my heart, but far in the real world. Quiet through the winter winds have softly unfurled. I reach for what I know I shouldn't hold, a warmth that stayed while everything else grew cold. We're miles apart, though I still care. I love the lips where you're not there. Maybe that's just how first love tends to stay, close in the heart, though real life pulls away. Not meant to follow where the daylight leads, just meant to warm the places where the cold heart bleeds. You're close in my heart, but far in the real world. A gentle truth that winter softly has confirmed. And though we walk on separate snow, your quiet presence follows where the cold winds go. Some loves drift far, yet still remain close in my heart, beyond the rain. Even after all the years that passed between, There's a quiet place you live inside my memory, like winter sunlight resting softly on the floor. Your warmth still lingers, though you're not here anymore. I find it in the mornings when the air is cold, a gentle calm that only younger hearts could hold. You never truly left, not in the truest way. A piece of you stayed with me day after day. Some things don't fade with time's embrace, they settle in a tender place. And though our roads have gone apart, your warmth remained inside my heart. You're the warmth you left behind, a quiet glow that lives within the corners of my mind. When winter winds return again, I feel the softness of the love we held back then. No matter where the seasons go, your touch still melts the frost beneath the falling snow. I see you in the little things I didn't keep, in memories that rise from somewhere calm and deep. The scarf you wrapped around me on a frozen night still holds a trace of how you made the world feel right. And though we didn't last beyond our fleeting days, your kindness shaped my heart in quiet, gentle ways. Even now when life feels heavy, worn or slow, your warmth still reaches places only you could know. Some moments stay, though years may fly, they hold the heart and never die. And in that space where shadows fall, your warmth still answers when I call. You're the warmth you left behind, a quiet glow that lives within the corners of my mind. When winter winds return again, I feel the softness of the love we held back then. No matter where the seasons go, your touch still melts the frost beneath the falling snow. Maybe first love isn't meant to stay forever, but meant to leave us something gentle we can treasure. A light that keeps us warm when everything grows cold. A story softly etched in hearts we never told. You're the warmth you left behind, still softly shining, though you're far from where I find. And as the winter nights unfold, your gentle warmth still wraps around my soul. Some love just lies beyond its time, and yours remains in every quiet sign. The winter night feels colder than the years before. I've passed the places where we used to talk for hours more. Your silhouette still lingers in the falling snow, a quiet memory the wind refuses to let go. There were so many moments I could have held your gaze, but fear kept pulling me away in subtle ways. You waited softly for the words inside my chest, but I let silence speak instead of all the rest. I should have taken just one breath to cross the space between our steps, but time kept slipping through my hands like snow that melts before it lands. Why didn't I tell you then all the things that echo now and echo once again? If I had said the truth I try to hide, would you have stayed a little longer by my side? Now winter brings the thought of you, and every quiet snowfall feels like something overdue. There was a night you asked me what I couldn't say. Your gentle voice turned every fear a shade of gray. I saw the question in your eyes I couldn't meet, afraid the truth would move your heart away from me. But looking back, I should've let the moment fall instead of building walls that kept you far and small. Our story wasn't broken, just left incomplete. A book we never finished, though the words were sweet. If I could step into that light, I'd hold your hand and say it right. No running from the truth inside, no hiding what I try to hide. Why didn't I tell you then all the things that echo now and echo once again? If I had said the truth I tried to hide, would you have stayed a little longer by my side? Now winter brings the thought of you, and every quiet snowfall feels like something overdue. Maybe we were meant to last past winter's day, but I still wonder what you would have heard me say. If time could give me just a single chance again, I'd speak the love that only lived inside my pen. Why didn't I tell you then? The tender words still frozen in my mind again. If snow could carry what I failed to share, it placed my quiet heart softly in your care. And though I walk this winter on my own, you're still the truth I wish I'd shown. Snow was falling on the crowded evening street. I kept my head down, lost in thoughts I never speak. Then through the quiet hum of winter passing by, I heard a voice I used to know like lullabies. You stood there wrapped in memories I knew well, a knitted scarf, the gentle smile I once could tell. For just a moment time forgot to move ahead, as every winter from our past came back instead. I didn't know what I should say, my heartbeat stumbling in the way. Your eyes were warm, unchanged and kind, as if no years had slipped behind. Where winter brought you back to me on a snowy night I thought was meant for only memories. A quiet miracle beneath the pale street light, a little spark returning to the cold December night. I never knew that fate could be so gentle with the way it lets our hearts meet secretly. Where winter brought you back again, I felt the world begin. You laughed softly, asking how my life had been. tried to hide the trembling colors on my skin. We walked the road where we first learned what love can mean. Each snowy step revealing pieces in between. The way you brush the snowflakes from your hair, it felt like yesterday instead of everywhere. The space between us warmed without a single word, a silent truth that only winter ever heard. I didn't know if this was right or just a fleeting winter night, but something in your gentle tone felt like a place I once called home, where winter brought you back to me on a snowy night I thought was meant for only memories. A quiet miracle beneath the pale street light, a little spark returning to the cold December night. I never knew that fate could be so gentle with the way it lets our hearts meet secretly, where winter brought you back again. Maybe this is just a moment meant to pass, a soft reminder of the love we couldn't last. But standing here with you beneath the winter sky, I wonder if goodbyes were just a lullaby, where winter brought you back to me. I found a warmth I thought had left my memory, and even if the night moves on, a part of us will linger when the snow is gone. So if the winter calls again someday, maybe you'll appear the same sweet way, where winter brings you back, where winter brings you back to me. The winter night was quiet as I walked alone. Your name appeared in every light the city shone. I thought of all the little things I never said, the words that trembled softly, hiding in my head. We used to talk for hours on those colder days, yet I could never tell you how you warmed my ways. Your laughter stayed with me like softly falling snow, a gentle truth I held but never let you know. I wanted to be brave back then, but fear was louder than my pen. So every thought I tried to speak fell silent in a single beat. These are the words I never let you hear, the quiet kind that lived inside me year by year. If winter winds could tell you what I try to hide, they'd whisper how you stay somewhere within my life. And even now, though time has kept you far, you linger like a gentle echo in my heart. There was a night you asked me what I really felt. I smiled and said I'm fine. The truth began to melt. I watched you walk away beneath the frosted sky, regretting every moment that I let slip by. You never knew the way your presence steadied me, or how your voice could calm the storms I couldn't see. I held my feelings silence always found me now. So everything I meant to say still waits inside this winter day. These are the words I never let you hear, the quiet kind that lived inside me year by year. If winter winds could tell you what I try to hide, they whisper how you stay somewhere within my life. And even now, though time has kept you far, you linger like a gentle echo in my heart. Maybe someday our paths will cross again, and I will find the voice I couldn't find back then. Until that moment warms the cold away, I'll keep the truth inside where memories stay. These are the words I never let you hear, the tender ones that never found your waiting ear. If someday winter brings you near the way it used to be, I hope you'll hear the quiet truth you meant to me. For every snowflake falling through the night still carries all the love I tried to hide. The winter sun is softer than it used to be. It melts the snow the way your memory melts in me. Not disappearing, just becoming something new. A quiet warmth that's grown from everything we knew. I take a step and feel the cold begin to fade, a gentle sign that seasons shift the way they're made. And though I feel you in the echoes of the past, the air is lighter now, the shadows never last. I used to hold you like a vow, but letting go feels gentle now. The winter taught me how to see the way the heart sets itself free. Spring begins where I let you go, in the soft and light beneath the slowly melting snow. Not a loss, but something growing in between, a quiet hope that blooms where memories have been. And though you're part of who I used to be, I walk ahead with something warm inside of me. There was a time the past would pull me like the wind, but now I stand and watch a different day begin. Your laughter lives in places winter hid away, but now it glows with tenderness instead of gray. I breathe the morning air and feel the subtle change. The world no longer feels so distant or so strange. The road ahead is calm and steady, soft and slow, a place where I can walk without the need to know. Not every love is meant to stay, but yours has worn me in its way. And as the final snowfall ends, it teaches how the heart transcends. Spring begins where I let you go, This is how the seasons find their start, by leaving gentle footprints on an open heart. And even though our paths divide in gentle space, I carry gratitude for where you left your trace. Spring begins where I let you go. Winter lays a quiet blanket on the street, and somehow all the moments we had feel complete. Not in the way that says we should have stayed, but in the gentle way that memories are made. I walk the paths where younger hearts once met, and find the traces that my soul won't soon forget. Your laughter comes in whispers from the winter air, a distant sound that tells me you were once right there. I used to wait for what we lost, for every chance I never crossed, but now the cold feels soft and kind, a place where peace begins to find. When it teaches me to remember you, not as something broken, but as something true, a quiet warmth that lived within our days, a gentle love that never needed to stay. You're a chapter written deep in time, a memory that still feels warm and I see our shadows in the corners of the snow, two younger versions walking where the lamplights glow. But now I smile instead of letting sorrow fall, because the past has given me its tender call. The way you used to say my name so soft and slow, the little dreams we shared before we had to grow, they come like distant stars that shimmer in the night, not close enough to touch but beautiful inside. And though our story had its end, it left a warmth I still commend, a love that didn't need to last, to leave its glow upon my past. Winter teaches me to remember you, not as something broken, but as something true, a quiet warmth that lived within our days, a gentle love that never needed to stay. You're a chapter written deep in time, a memory that still feels warm and fine. Maybe letting go is not about goodbye, but holding on to what remains beneath the sky. A tender truth that only winter seems to know. Some loves just settle softly in the snow. Winter teaches me to remember you. With every breath the frosted winds are passing through. And though our paths belong to separate years, your warmth still melts the quiet of my fears. You're not a longing I must chase anew, just a memory the winter let me keep of you. As winter grows a little deeper every day, your fading traces find their quiet, gentle way, like footprints slowly showing under fallen snow. The memories return in places only I could know. Your voice appears in corners of the evening air, a soft reminder of the warmth we used to share. I thought the years had blurred the picture of your face, but winter paints it back with careful, steady grace. And in the stillness, soft and slow, the things I lost begin to glow. Pieces once too far to find come drifting back into my mind. You're growing clearer in the deepening winter light, like a hidden photograph returning to my side. Bits of laughter, bits of tears, moments frozen from our younger years. As snow keeps falling on this quiet night, your memory melts into the fading citywide. The way you held your coat against the winter wind, the way your eyes would shine before a smile would begin. I'd almost thought the details disappeared with time, but winter brings them back like half-remembered lines. I hear our footsteps echo down the old street lane, two silhouettes that walks together through the rain. The foggy windows where you wrote your name with mine return like chapters of a story left behind. The cold reveals what time erased, a tender truth I once misplaced. And in the glow of winter's breath, your memory feels close again. You're growing clearer in the deepening winter light, like a hidden photograph returning to my side. Bits of laughter, bits of tears, moments frozen from our younger years. As snow keeps falling on this quiet night, your memory melts into the fading citywide. Maybe winter simply knows the way we care, and brings back pieces of the love we always shared. Not asking me to chase what couldn't stay, just letting me remember you in its own way. A gentle face returning softly to the night. And though the past is where you stay, I keep your warmth within this winter's quiet gray. Some hearts grow clearer as the snow drifts in, and yours returns again. The winter night grows quiet as I close my eyes, but every time I do, your memory comes alive. I thought the years would fade the shadows that you cast, yet somehow you remain in moments that still last. I keep your warmth in corners I don't often show, a gentle place my heart refused to let you go. No matter how I try to walk another way, your name still echoes softly through my everyday. I tell myself I moved along, but pieces of you still stay strong. Some loves don't listen when we speak, they linger in the quiet weeks. It's hard to let you go, even when the winter says it's time to take it slow. You're in the quiet spaces left behind, in every memory I never learned to undefine. Though time keeps asking me to close the door, my heart still turns to you a little more. I see your smile in faces passing on the street, just for a breath the world and I forget to breathe. Your voice returns in songs I didn't mean to hear, a distant sound that somehow feels so close, so near. I tell myself it's normal for the past to stay, but yours remains in bittersweet and tender ways. And though I know we chose our different paths to go, you're still the part of me I'm not prepared to outgrow. Some memories stay soft and bright, surviving every lonely night. And even when I try to hide, your shadow finds the room inside. It's hard to let you go, even when the winter says it's time to take it slow. You're in the quiet spaces left behind, in every memory I never learned to undefine. Though time keeps asking me to close the door, my heart still turns to you a little more. Maybe some love isn't meant to disappear, it simply settles in the places we hold near. And letting go is harder when the winter comes, because the cold reminds me how we once were one. It's hard to let you go, and maybe that's a truth I'll carry as I grow. You're in the snowfall drifting through the past, a warmth that somehow stayed alone, that somehow lasts. And though I move ahead where new winds blow, a part of me still hopes you'll always know. It's hard to let you go. Snowflakes drift across the quiet evening sky. I walk the street where we first learned how to try. Your laughter lingers in the cold December air, a gentle ghost of when we didn't have a care. We shared a scarf on nights the wind felt sharp and true. You held my hand like I was all you ever knew. The world was simple when your heart was close to mine. Two frozen breaths becoming one in perfect time. But seasons change and so did we, growing up too fast to see. Still every winter calls your name, soft as snow that falls the same. You're my first love in the winter light, like a quiet echo fading through the silent night. I close my eyes and you return to me, a memory worn by what we used to be. Even though our worlds have moved apart, you're the softest winter shadow resting in my heart. There's still a bench beneath the old streetlight we knew. I sit alone, but somehow it reminds me of you. Your gentle voice comes back and whispers on the breeze, as if the winter keeps our secrets carefully. Your mitten hands, the way you brush the snow from mine, those tiny moments I believed would never die. We had no ending, just a quiet drifting way. But winter brings you back to me in shades of gray. I try to leave the past behind, but winter pulls you to my mind. A part of me you still remain, soft as frost upon the pane. You're my first love in the winter light, like a quiet echo fading through the silent night. I close my eyes and you return to me, a memory worn by what we used to be. Even though our worlds have moved apart, you're the softest winter shadow resting in my heart. Maybe love like ours was only meant to stay in small December moments, frozen far away. But when the snowfall dances through the midnight glow, I feel you closer than the world will ever know. You're my first love in the winter light, still a gentle echo drifting through the night. I let you go, but in the falling snow, you're the warmest part of every year I've known. So if the winter feels a little slow, it's you my heart remembers in the cold. I wake to quiet mornings where the cold light falls, and somehow you are there between the shadowed walls. Your laughter lingers softly in the steaming air, as if the winter found a way to keep you there. The scarf you gave me still hangs by my weathered door. I keep it close though you don't come around anymore. Sometimes I trace the threads the way you used to do, and in those simple moments I remember you. It's strange how time can move so slow, yet pull our memories where it wants to go. And though you're gone, you stay somehow in gentle echoes of the now. There are traces of you in every day, in the smallest things that never learn to fade away, in the quiet hum of morning trains and winter winds that whisper all your old remains. No matter how the seasons turn, some pieces of your presence still return. I pass the cafe where we shared our favorite tea. Your empty chair feels warmer than it ought to be. The window's fog reminds me how you used to write, your little hearts that blurred beneath the fading light. Sometimes a passing voice resembles yours somehow, and I look up before I realize it's not you now. But even so, the moment doesn't fully go. It leaves a gentle mark that only I can know. The world keeps moving like it should, but you remain in ways I never understood. A quiet shadow in my mind, a softness life forgot to hide. There are traces of you in every day, in the smallest things that never learn to fade away, in the quiet hum of morning trains and winter winds that whisper all your old remains. No matter how the seasons turn, some pieces of your presence still return. Maybe this is how first love is meant to stay, not gone but living in a calm and quiet way. A tender shape the heart protects from letting go, a memory woven gently through the falling snow. There are traces of you in every day, in the way the winter light still finds its gentle way. And though the years may pull us far apart, your shadow lingers softly on the corners of my heart. Some loves don't ever fade to gray, they live in all the traces of each day. I was just a face in a crowded hall, a background blur against the wall. I knew your laugh, I knew your stride, had a universe to hide inside. You were the sun in a hazy sky, a reason for a whispered why. I was living in black and white, waiting for a distant light. But that was all before the day you turned and looked and walked my way. You said it's soft, a simple sound, but all my walls came crashing down. The world stopped turning in a frozen frame. That was the day you knew my name. On the walk back home, the air felt new. The city lights were painted blue, and in my mind 100 times I heard your voice in perfect rhyme.